little bit more comfy, cozy type class. This is for your rest days, for your pre-cycle or cycle days. We're going to be doing a little bit of movement, get some blood flow in our body, especially around our hip and leg area. I find that when I'm on my cycle, that's kind of the areas that I want to drop into a little bit more. So flowing with some circulation there. Along with movement, we're going to be doing a little bit of stretching. So if you want to grab a towel, grab one. You don't need it otherwise. We also are going to be avoiding any twists because when you're on your cycle, you should avoid twists altogether. That being said, all you need is a mat, and let's get started. Start with laying on your back, arms by your side. We're just going to windshield wiper from side to side. You can maybe put a little bit of pressure on your legs. Feet stay down. Should feel good in your hips. And then pause next time you sweep over to the right. I want you to slowly lift your left leg as high to the ceiling as you can. And when you can't lift anymore, then get that right leg involved and you switch over. Same thing on the other side. Right leg lifts first. You want to see how far you can get that leg away from the left before you can't go anymore, and then bring your left leg online. One more each side. Opening left. Then dropping that right. Last time right. Then dropping left. Bring your legs into a nice bend, arms by your side. From here, lift your legs into tabletop and just hold here. I invite you to maybe rock side to side on your low back, massage that out. And then find stillness, maybe close your eyes. Just holding here, double check your knees are still on top of your hips. We're not pulling that in. Now, if you are feeling like this is a little bit too intense today, pull in and just relax here. Otherwise, we want to find that core just turning on slightly, just holding here. Let's take 3 breaths here. As you inhale, can you think of filling up your rib cage? So ribs first, expand 365 degrees. And then your chest comes online and then let it out. One more here. Low back is still connecting to your carriage. From here, inhale your arms up to the sky. I want you to send your arms long overhead and then inhale, sweep them back forward. Exhale, it's almost like a stretch. Pull them away from you and then sweep back. Again, modification, you drop your heels down towards your glutes. Let's do 3 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Hands go to your knees. Pull your knees into your chest. And from here, we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. Left ankle goes on top of your right knee. And then from here, grab the backside of your right leg and bring it in towards you. As you do this, you can push that left knee open, just taking a nice stretch. Like I said, getting into our hips, increasing some blood flow here. Let's take 2 more breaths. Let your right leg float down. Keep your left leg on top. Now, I did say we were going to work a little bit. So here's where we're going to come into a hold. Arms are by your side. Use your arms here. You should be able to touch the heel of your right foot and then push up and just hold here. This should feel like a nice little hip opener. If you want to, you can lower and lift here. That will be a little more supportive. Otherwise, just staying here, reaching those hips nice and open. Let your left leg fall or pushing it down towards the ground. breathing here. And then if you'd like to, adding on, I want you to take that left hip. You're just going to open it up. So drop it down and then shift it back to neutral. Left hip drops and back. So like a small little rotation of your rib cage. Keeping it small, double check your right foot is still flat on the ground. Let's do 3 more here. 2. And last one. Step your left foot down, come all the way down. Bring that left knee into your chest, right leg long, and just hold here. Really hugging that left knee in, maybe even bringing it to the outside of your left side body. Now, if you want to, you can bring this across your body into that supine stretch. I am going to avoid that today because I don't want any twisting happening in my body. But if that feels okay for you, maybe if you are not on your cycle, you can take that stretch. One more breath here. Left leg goes long. Bring both feet back in. We'll start with the figure 4 stretch on the right side. Ankle goes over the left knee. Pull that knee into your chest, opening up that right knee. Grab onto your hamstrings. Hold here. Let's take 2 more breaths. Again, maybe this is where you hang out, knowing that we're going into that glute bridge hold. If you're coming with me, at the bottom of the next exhale, left foot finds the mat. Arms by your side, let them help you here. Push those hips up and hold. Now you're trying to push that right knee open or down to the floor. Lift those hips a little bit higher. We'll hold here for 3 breaths, and then we'll take that little rotation. Even here, think of expanding your lungs on that inhale. Exhale, letting it all out. And then let's take that rotation. So our right hip opens and then lifts. Double check that you're not letting that left hip drop. You just want to think of a twist and back to center. Little open and close. We have a stretch coming next. Let's work here for 3. Last 2. And 1. Bring that right foot down. Bring your hips down. Left leg goes long. Right knee comes into your chest. Pull that knee in. I feel a little bit of your hip flexor here. Maybe you can move that leg off to the side. Again, option to come into that twist, bringing your right knee across your body. Let's take 2 more breaths here. See if you can empty out all of the air in your lungs before you take your next inhale. And then from here, send both legs long, maybe shake them out. Meet me in a high kneeling position. We're gonna come into a lunge. So right leg is forward, left leg is back. Quick little note here, you can leave your knee down this whole time if you want to. That will be more of an active stretch. Otherwise, tuck your left toes under, hands on your hips. We get nice and tall, collarbones are open, and then push into that right foot. Lift that knee off of the ground. Hold here for a moment. Check in with your body. If you're in that kneeling lunge, I want you to just send those hips forward, open up that left side body. If you're lifted, same thing. You can straighten that back leg, maybe hinge forward or stay upright. You're still going to feel that stretch here. And then just take a few breaths, dropping your shoulders, Note where you're at today. Don't feel like you have to take that knee off of the mat, especially in this class, since we're just trying to find that rest here, just that little bit of movement, that blood flow. Let's take 2 more breaths here. We're going to take it into a side lunge next, so 1 more inhale. And exhale, I want you to twist that left foot down, and then wiggle walk your right foot so that your heel is in line with the middle of your left foot. Hands go back to your hips. You're going to come into this side lunge and hold. So if you've done yoga, this is similar to a warrior two. Again, we just kind of want to open up those hips and really push into those legs. Standing nice and tall once again. Modification for this, you can still have that back knee down. Maybe just twist your leg back and hold open like this. Woo! So from here, let's add on. Take a little bend into that right leg and then extend. Feel a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Bend into that right and stretch it out long. There's a lot going on at the park today. We have a few dogs, some geese, some morning walkers and runners. Lovely. Let's do 2 more here. We're going to go right into the other side since we're set up. Last one. Twist your right toes forward. Twist your left toes to the side. So now you're in the other side. You might need to walk that right foot back. And then come into that lunge and hold. This side might feel a little bit different if your hips are tighter on one side or the other. Just pause here for a moment. Maybe close your eyes. That's a nice way to increase challenge in a class like this where we're not necessarily trying to strain or sweat or burn anymore. We really just want to maybe focus on balance. Let's take another 2 breaths here. Oh, geese might be coming for me. And then let's add that inhale, leg goes long, exhale, bend. Remember, you can take this down with your knee. Your foot will just be back behind you. Should feel like a nice little opening stretch with your left hamstring, and that right hip flexor might even be turned on a little bit too. Just looking, I'm like, I wonder if they can hear the lawnmowers happening on both sides of the Parthenon. Let's do another 2. And 1. Good. Now can you rotate? Bring your right knee down, left foot forward. Get organized here because your stance might be a little bit goofy. Tuck those back toes under. If you're taking that knee off of your mat, hands to hips, push into the left foot, raise that back leg. Again, holding here, opening up that front side of your hip flexor. Nice and tall. You can always do this with your knee down. And then we'll add that little straightening of the leg and bending, getting into that hip flexor. Nice. We're almost finished here. Let's do another 3. And 2. And 1. Right knee goes down. Let your left knee go down as well. We're going to come to lay on our stomachs. So if this feels okay for you, we're going to go into a little bit of work. You can stay propped up on your forearms. You can bring your hands stacked one on top of the other, forehead down. I'm going to stay on my forearms here. I want you to lift both feet up. Walk your knees out. Bring the soles of your feet together. And then from here, we're going to lift those legs off the ground and lower back down. So you should feel your glutes. You want to keep those feet connected towards one another. Again, this is always an option. That might feel a little more supportive in your hips. Let's do another 3 here. 2. Challenge yourself. Can you hold it here? Just breathe. Let's take 2 more breaths. And lower those knees down. We're going to take a little windshield wiper. So similar to how we started class, except you'll stay on your stomach and you can just let your knees stay where they are. Let your feet fall side to side. Should feel good in your hips once again. Stay here as long as you need. Nice work. I know this class wasn't my most challenging class, but sometimes when we're not feeling like we want to move and we know we need to, that can be the biggest challenge. So give yourself a pat on the back. I appreciate you moving with me. If you have any requests, any suggestions, go ahead, leave them below, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.